show to know what to do. Just jump in the queue, it's all up to you. So what you gonna do? All in the queue, it's all up to you. All in the queue, it's check out the view. All in the queue. Be in the know, just come watch the show to know what to do. Just jump in the queue, it's all up to you. So what you gonna do? All in the queue, it's all up to you. All in the queue, just check out the view. All in the queue.
Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button. Press the subscribe button. Yes, you. Press the subscribe button.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. I'm kind of just doing an impromptu live tonight after I came from the Township. Just wanted to come on and kind of give you guys a heads up about what it was like outside. Marcus Harmon, good evening. Thank you for tuning in. If you're in the chat and you feel like you want to say something, say something. Let me hear you. Let me say hello. What up? Hey, K-Mac. K-Mac, I wish I could have met you this evening while I was at the Township. Did you get a chance to go, K-Mac? Were you in the building, K-Mac? Let me put my glasses on because this ain't the time to be cute, but I need to clean my glasses because I can't see anything. First of all, I'm going to say to everyone that I met, if Kim Johnson, if you're in this chat, if you're watching, it was a pleasure meeting you. Oh, a beautiful person. Kim Johnson, it was a pleasure meeting you this evening. Yes, I came, got in and got out. Okay, Mac. Okay, I was there afterwards. I wish I could have met you, hugged you, but we'll have a chance to meet again, I'm sure. I definitely want to get out and start. I want to meet more of the people in Dalton. Linda Kuntz, good evening to you. I know it's late. 13 of you on here. I wasn't expecting that. Thank you all for joining the conversation. I wanted to come on and let you know how it was outside. I was outside for a while. I know that's right, Eleanor Sweeney. Nah. But I wanted to come on and I wanted to talk to you all about outside. I didn't do any filming outside because I felt like I wanted to get the natural response of people that were outside. And I didn't want them to, perform for the camera or, I just wanted their natural. I just wanted to have a discussion with the people outside. And I did that. Also, William Moore was outside crying so bad. He was recording and he was like, they're not letting us in. They're not letting us in. They should put everybody out of that building according to the Open Meetings Act. And I said to the person next to me, I said, is this kind of like when Tiffany was having meetings at the Village Hall and she was not allowing all of the residents in. He was inside then and he wasn't screaming, let the residents in. So I'm confused as to why he thought that the people that she bust in should be let in. No, they got to feel how I felt to be standing outside like she do at the village of Dalton and as she do at the township. Okay, so he got mad. He started moving his stuff around because, baby, don't say nothing stupid around me because I'm finna ask you a few questions. And so I asked that question. He didn't want to hear that. He still kept crying. So then he's like, this is so unfair. I said, is it? How is it unfair? So he says, well, it's supposed to start at 7. There was already people in there. I said, people in there doing what? They said it was a private party. I said, okay, well, the private party was a private party. What? How is that unfair? You wasn't invited. It's a private party. So then, oh, y'all, my face is glowing. Okay. I know that's right. He was crying because it won't be no more free money, no more volunteering at work, none of that. They finna get all of that together. But listen, she is always late. That's what you get for following somebody who be late, loud, and wrong. Okay? Because if they told you that the place only held a certain amount of people, don't you think you should have been there early to be in line? It's like a concert. It's like you lining up for a concert that don't have assigned seating. You're going to get there early so you can make sure you get a good spot. Huh? Child, he started moving around for me. He went on the other side, started screaming with the other people that thought it was unfair. For whatever reason. Then, y'all, let me tell y'all. First, they was out there just talking, right? Then, so then Regina from ABC 7, I think she's from ABC 7. She came out. No, is she from ABC? Y'all tell me which one she's from. Because there were so many of them out there. But anyway, Regina's cameraman came out there and started just filming outside since they wasn't inside. And that's when they started performing for the camera. Dots and William and Keith, they had the people outside screaming, let the seniors in, chanting, let the seniors in, like they advocating for somebody or something. And I was cracking up so bad because they don't be screaming, let the seniors in when she trying to block them from getting in from the regular board meetings. Now, all of a sudden, it's let the seniors in. And they wasn't standing outside in the cold at first. At first, she told them to get on the bus and stay on the bus until, she tell them to come in. Now, why she thought she was running something was beyond me, right? Because Napoleon Harris is the committeeman and he is over the Democratic Party out here. So why would she think that she could come in and do anything, have control of anything? I mean, for me, that was the biggest audacity out there, is that she thought she was running something and she was going to tell somebody something at the Democratic caucus. We're not at no township meeting. We talking about the Democratic caucus. That threw me off. I said, huh? Okay. Let's move on from that because that was a whole bunch of craziness. Keith Price came out that door so mad. He was like, this ain't right. This is corrupt. Just as corrupt as you being a FOIA officer and you're not even legally trained or certified. Just like that. Just like that. Big Stank. We're going to call him Big Stank. So that right there, it just blew me. Okay. Yeah, the paydays is over. The paydays is over. This ding dong, the wicked witch is gone. The most thing that, yeah, but the buses couldn't block the streets. Homewood wasn't. Oh no. And listen, Homewood was ready for every shenanigan that she was ever going to try to pull. On my way out, one of the police officers, well, two of them, high-fived each other and said, "Good job, over and done." And they were cracking up so bad. And they were so happy, the police officers for Homewood. And they was not playing none of that mess. Did none of it. Okay? And they told her people, no, you're gonna move it or we're gonna tow it. What you gonna do? But that was cracking me up. But I feel like because there was this one man that was outside, once they opened the doors and they let people in, he went straight to Napoleon. Napoleon was giving an interview with the news people and said, "Napoleon, you think it's cool that we was outside in the cold? Now, if I get sick, then what?" And I want to say this. This is politics. If you ain't ready to play the game, don't ask the coach to put you in. Because this is the game that Tiffany was playing. And they had to one up her. And baby, they pulled a her on her. And it was epic. Okay? They did what they needed to do. Was there casualties? There are casualties in every war. And this definitely is a war. It's a war to keep her out and to make sure that she stays out. And Thaddeus Jones and Napoleon Harris absolutely knew that they had to do something. For all the people crying and saying that no one is doing anything, this was the play. This was the play that they needed to do and that they were building up to. So for all of those people was like, oh, I don't see this person, I don't see that person, oh, they're not doing enough. They didn't need to do nothing. This was the one move that they needed to do. It was check and mate. And she did all that crying for nothing. Because they did everything legal. IDs were being checked. I can tell you, I can confirm that IDs were being checked before people came into the building. And everything was ran the way it was supposed to be ran. And listen, this is what being with Tiffany will get you. It will get you late, loud, and wrong. And outside. And it was bitterly cold. I can't believe that she had justice out there in that cold. And when I say bitterly, when that wind blew, Lord have mercy, cutting right across your face like a knife. She bragged yesterday earlier and with the news press, then she got a smell. Yes. Not only that, do y'all remember that rant that she had in her office? And she said, I quote, "That's right, I'm going to thrive in 2025 and I will win by a landslide." She ain't gonna be sliding nowhere but to the Cook County Jail because, child, She is not on that ballot, and she will have to be wrote in. And listen, just not gonna happen, because who gonna do that? Even if she do get a few people to do it, it won't be enough. That did you hear the news say that there were 600 people in their room that said no? That's all that could fit in that room. So that should let you know that people are not feeling it like she claimed they are. For all the people that said, oh, they're not gonna show up, they're not gonna do it, that room was full of people doing it and saying no. If you watch my live, when I went live in there and was interviewing people and talking to people, insane. Outside, there were, she had her people made jackets that said "I'm with Tiff" on the back, which was hilarious to me, because what you gonna do with them jackets now? I don't want to. You probably couldn't even put them on eBay, because Lord have mercy. Big Ob, why do you feel sad for her? This is the bed that she made. So, I mean, and let me tell you, the way Thaddeus and Napoleon checkmated her, gonna go down in history. Because they did to her on her. They had all their people there on time. They were in line where they were supposed to be, cold or not. They were standing there waiting patiently, showed their IDs. They got in the building. They took their seats. There was food there. There was lots of food there. Napoleon fed everyone, whoever wanted to eat. And they got in there. They took care of business, and they left. And that is how it should be done. And that's what they did. And so I don't know if you heard who was on Napoleon's slate. I think I have a video. I think I have the video. Let me see. I think I have a video that tells who is on his slate. Let me see if I got the right one. People were mad at Napoleon, but like I said, it's going to be casualties in any war. This is a war. This is a war to get the township back. And that's just what it is. I was told, I talked to Ed Steve, I think it was, after. Because of how she's crashing out, Big Ob. Let me see. Let me read these comments. I'm sorry. She slid right out the road, and she did. In Illinois, writing candidates, K-Mac, writing candidates don't win because people don't want to take the time to do it. And yeah, because I wouldn't, unless it's just two people I don't want to vote for. Yeah, I wouldn't do it either. Is she crashing out? I believe that she's crashing out, but she still haven't learned her lesson. I feel like at this point, she should just let her time for the mayor of Dalton go out, and that's it. And just go somewhere and just wait for the FBI to come and get you, or whatever they're going to do. It was very hard to hear K-Mac. That was a serious like echo, because it was like a gym. It was just like a serious echo. This was hilarious. Every time they have something, I'm in Illinois. I was on our yard switching trailers in a hurry so I could catch everything for my drive tonight. Okay, sure, Jay. That's good. Good job. Stubbs was questionable when she was trustee in Dalton. I don't know about that move. Let me tell you something, Big Ob. You cannot believe everything you listening to out here. Okay? One thing I can tell you about Napoleon, he chooses people for a reason. He chooses good people. So if he chose Valerie Stubbs, that should tell you something, because the people love Napoleon and he's been great as a senator. Um, yeah, so the slate was Mary Avant, Valerie Stubbs, Chris Gonzalez, um, Carmen Carlisle, and I think one person that I don't know who is George Baker, I think, but I'm gonna get clarification for you guys. Like you saw on my channel, you see all the people that said it's coming. So I told y'all better join the membership, because I'm gonna put these interviews, most of them, in my private community. So the people in my private community, my membership only community, they will see the interviews live and before anyone else. So if you want to get in on some of these interviews, and the memberships aren't that much, you can go. They're like $4.99 or something like that, and or 10 or $9.99. You got a choice of $4.99 or $9.99. So thank you. Sending love from NYC. And Mouse Toes, like I said, I think when people make decisions sometimes that we don't agree with, that's what we feel like they shaky. They have their reasons for making those decisions. When you're a trustee, you got your own mind. You're able to vote the way you want to vote. But we'll see. For those of us who are not familiar with the electoral process, how does the nomination work for Napoleon's team? Does this mean he won the Democratic primary? No, this means that his name gets on the ballot. It means that his slate of people will be somebody that people you can choose from on the ballot. So the Republican Party, like the newsman said, they had their caucus tonight to pick who they're going to have running against Napoleon in their slate of people. So they'll be on the ballot. Whoever they choose for their party will be on the ballot. And then you will have the independent on the ballot. So you will have Christopher Clark out of Harvey. He's running under the Reform Party, which is an independent party. So they'll be on the ballot as well. So you'll be able to choose them because they're running independent and they turned in all of the signatures that they needed to do so. So that is how it works. That means their names will appear on the ballot for the primary. Suspect people as trustees. Big up. If you don't know these people, it's hard for me when I see y'all write stuff like that because I know these people. She needs to move. He said, hey, you said Wednesday. I know, finding good, but I was at the caucus tonight, so I just wanted to come on and update you people. He has an almost all yay slate for me. Okay, one of his peeps could be on a pooper scooper duty. Big Ob is a Tiffany goon. Wow. I don't know if Big Ob is a Tiffany goon, but you can't be believing in all of these videos out here that you're seeing. I'm just telling you. I catch some of them, but most of the time, if I don't feel like, I feel like the people are just trying to make up something because they don't like the person, because I can put out videos where I piece together things and have you thinking that somebody look a certain way. I could do that too. But, that's not what I do. I'm going to bring you the truth, and that's all I'm going to bring you because that's all I have for you. Watch her in past meetings, including BB Capital. Listen, I understand what y'all are saying about this BB Capital thing. I will look into it for y'all if y'all want me to. I will ask questions. Maybe we'll even have Valerie Stubbs on to answer the questions if that's what y'all want to do, if she's able to. I'll find out. Right now, she's going to be really busy because she's running for a township trustee. So she's got a lot of things she got to do. Finding good, she snuck one in on us. Yeah, I just wanted to come on, and I know y'all saw me there, so I thought maybe y'all might have some questions or something. Big Abby, you don't need to have the same energy for how Tiffany treated people. Well, any change is good besides Tiffany. That's a good way to look at it. I'm always a straggler, but you're always here. That's all that matters. Find it good. Please don't forget to hit yes. Thank you. And the assessor, Cassandra, yes. So there was somebody who left a comment on my page asking me about the blank spaces, like there was nobody running, and I did the best to tell you that there was somebody there without trying to tell you somebody there. So somebody in every running for every slot. There's this gentleman named Kenneth who's running for highway commissioner as well. And a lot of these people, I will try to get on the platform for you all. Is anyone running independent? Yes. Christopher Clark, we know we don't want him, but he's running under the Reform Party. And they're running independent. Nate Fields is running as an independent. There's one other girl. Her name is Shanta, but I'm not sure if she's running as an independent or if she was going to try to run under a party. That I'm not sure about. I plan on contacting her to find out, though. Since I have been watching all meetings back to 2013, that's what it's based on. Okay, Big Ob, I don't have a problem with it. I just told you I know Valerie Stubbs in person. That's not my take of her. But what did I tell y'all? I will ask her the question. Okay, can we agree that I'll ask her the question and see if she'll come on here and talk about it? Okay. There will be challenges because of Tiffany's corruption. There won't be too many challenges, and I'm going to tell you why. Because Napoleon Harris is a senator. This is going to be run. It's going to toe the line. This is going to be run just like this, on the line. That's why you seen Tiffany in there crying and plead, Napoleon. Yeah, that's why you saw that, because he not having it. Same Big Ob past meetings blew my mind. Yeah. If Clark don't get his jail bond behind out of here, I know that's right. I have never seen a Republican on the ballot. Yeah, they said that they was going to get behind Napoleon, but then all of a sudden, they said they was having a caucus. And it was tonight. And did y'all hear the news guy? I forgot what his name is, Nate or something like that. I think that's his name. He was going over to their caucus to find out who they were choosing. So we'll have to look for that. I'll look for that news clip from him to find out who they chose, if they chose anyone. I'm not sure if they even chose anyone. They said that they were going to get behind Napoleon and leave it at that, but they somehow changed their mind. I saw you on. I was watching. Okay, good. Finding good. Tiff has no future. Can't imagine being her at 40 and unemployable. She not unemployable. She's not gonna need to be unemployable. She's gonna be where she gonna be. Working in the library, pushing the library cart, handing out books to the people in their cells. Okay, let's see. Thanks so much for that explanation of the process. You're welcome. I hear you. I have watched past meetings only on them all. What up, No Name? Good evening. How are you? You all are up late. My God. Let's see. I've been standing on Tiff's neck since the very beginning, but I've been watching the videos and watching Muhammad Stubbs and Tiffany do the most. That's what it's based on. You've been watching them do the most. Okay. I mean, a lot of people do the most. I just want to know, like, I need to get some concrete. I'm a receipts person. Just because somebody talks to a BB Capital, I would have to look into this more. Now, if y'all want me to look into this more, then I will. And we'll talk about it. Because communication is key. We need to talk about these things, and we should. No. Just someone who likes politics and watches meetings, not Peeps' opinions. Okay. Let's see. This is just more litigation. All of this will have to be sorted out in the courts. Okay, Trina. Yeah, because she said that she was going to sue, that this was illegal. I mean, I can't see her going to court about it because it would just be in court a long time and we would already be at the primary and people would be voting. And it just wouldn't make any sense. It's just a whole bunch of time wasting and money wasting that she's doing on behalf of the township. And that needs to stop. Sometimes you just have to take your loss. A loss is a loss. This is a loss. Now you got to eat your words. You just got to eat them. I feel like, you just got to eat them. So eat them. Big alternate. No, he was listing the people and he didn't put commas. Enjoy living. Let's give him a break. It's late. Things be better when she is gone from both positions, but big mess to fix in both places. Exactly, mouse toes. True, sis, I really love your show. Like, for real, every time you come on, I get a notification so I don't miss it. Much love and respect. You too, Big Eye. Big Eye, we can agree to disagree. I don't have a problem with that. And I can't speak to something I have not researched. But BP Capital, I'm all over it. I'm going to research it. We're going to talk about it. And we'll get into it. And maybe I will get some of the meetings that you all are talking about. And we're not going to piece them and cut them together. We're going to look at the whole entire thing. This was a Chitlin Circuit procedure. Wow. Trina Downs, you don't agree with the procedure? I mean, the procedure is the procedure. You have to play the hand that you dealt. You can't ask for another hand. You only can play the hand that you dealt. Oh, I didn't know Nate was able to get his signatures back. Good for him. Yeah, I think he was. It's Muhammad and Stubbs. No, it's okay, Big Eye. Enjoying. He talking about Dwayne. Yeah. Great. Let's see. Also asked Stubbs why she had Karen Hicks arrested and why Valerie went to jail for snatching petitions from residents. Okay, I'm going to ask. Let me write this down, Trina. Let's see. Karen Hicks, why she had Karen Hicks arrested and why Valerie went to jail for snatching petitions. When was this, Trina? All right, let's see. They learned from the last mistake that wasn't noticed and done correctly. It was properly put in the publications, and emails went out to people who are registered with the Democratic Party. Why was Max there? Y'all, I heard that Max is trying to run for mayor of, is it Riverdale? Somebody correct me. I should have asked him tonight when I was in front of him, because I was right in front of him. He actually bumped into me. And I should have asked him then, but I heard that he's trying to run for mayor of some city. And I can't remember. I saw it somewhere. It actually tell you how much I care about him that I can't remember nothing about him. And it was a brilliant move, because that was the only way to absolutely keep her off the ballot, with no room for error. We didn't have any room for error. We don't. If you look at the presidential race that we just saw, you can't really be leaving stuff to chance, because you don't know what people will do. She gonna have a job in the federal kitchen. I don't know what type of job she gonna have. I see her more like maybe working in the beauty salon, because they have beauty salons in prison. All right, so listen, Trina, you asked the question, so I have an answer for your question, just that fast. I'm gonna give it to you in a second. Let me catch up on these comments. Past meetings are online. Yes, they are. I've seen them. Stubbs allegedly did Dalton wrong with the BB Capital deal. How can she run for Thornton Township trustee? She can run for Thornton Township trustee because she did him wrong with a deal. I mean, y'all saying stuff right here. I'm not necessarily knowing if y'all have all the facts. What type of receipts do we have? Listen, because you can't run over here at all in the queue and just be talking. We need to find some papers. I told y'all that I will look into this. and I will track this stuff down, and we will talk about it. Okay? Trina to the Chitlin Circuit to get that piece of. Okay, you better tell them. She was in Facebook telling people all about that, all about and to be there at 7. Why would you tell people to be there at 7? Why would you tell? See, this is what I'm talking about, being late, loud, and wrong all the time. Because first of all, anybody knows if an event starts at 7, you definitely don't want to get there at 7. You need to get there at 5:30 or 6 so that you can make sure you have your spot. Who does that? This is crazy. You'll be all right. So, is it true that her name wasn't on the ballot anyway because she didn't secure enough signatures? First of all, she didn't secure signatures because she heard that there was going to be a caucus, and she thought that she was going to be able to stack the deck. She thought wrong. And so she was cocky and didn't collect any signatures because she thought she was going to be able to stack the deck. See, this is what you get when the ego. See, this is why you should never let your ego get too big, because you will be loud and wrong. Okay, because especially when you're doing wrong, because then the forces of karma, baby, okay? Because with karma, you get served what you deserve. Period. Okay? She did not have a full slate either. You'll be all right, missing positions. She didn't have a full slate of people that I could see. And she had a nerve to have Dots as the clerk. I know you lying. I know you playing. You playing with that. Tiff didn't have a completed slate. She didn't. Henry did not have a certified assessor on her ticket, deeming her invalid for consideration. That too. I mean, she just had a mountain of missteps. Because for one, what? She has a lawyer that did criminal defense, so they don't know municipal law or the policies of a Democratic caucus. Now the lawyer thing don't seem so smart, do it, Tiff? Little stank. You just making all kinds of bad moves because the people you got around you ain't no good. Okay? You only as good as your weakest link. Remember that. It's not the strongest link in the chain that holds everything together. Okay? You only strong as that weakest link in your chain. She got a lot of weak links. Let's see. Markham. Is it Markham? He's trying to run for mayor of Markham. Oh, no, it's Hazelcrest, K-Mac. I remember it's Hazelcrest. And I told y'all, he absolutely not unseating that person because Hazelcrest, they have a great mayor. But anywho, in Dalton, they called it a ticket. Tonight, they called it a slate. Like Jason was on the ticket slate with Tiff for mayor time. Yeah. I don't think they can accept partial slates. Correct. Let's see. They would be extremely ironic to have a troll working in a prison salon. Listen, I ain't gonna hold Lil Stank. Lil Stank can do her own makeup sometimes. So y'all know how they be making makeup in prison with crayons. They be making out with crayons. Okay, y'all go test me. Go up there and look it up on YouTube. Okay, facts aren't opinions. There you are. Stubbs is good peeps to me. Okay, I'm trying to tell the people. Very cocky. But okay. You could see and feel the relief of everyone in that room. It was successful. Listen to me. It was a collective holding of the breath outside too. While the air, once you went into, y'all saw when I went into the gym area, it was a sense of relief, but it also was a sense of community in that room. I think it was people from all walks of life in there, old and young, that were celebrating together. It was a wonderful sight to see. It definitely was. Cheering in GA, 2.5 years watching this good. Yes. We don't make our plans. We live the plan of. And listen, the way Deborah lied took me out. Because do y'all remember when she was on a certain person's platform or really yelling in the back of the room, and when she got up to the podium, she said, I ain't with Tiffany. Y'all think just because don't nobody agree with y'all that person with Tiffany. And look who she was with. My daddy used to say, a lie will find you out. So listen, that's what happened. These people need to stop lying, because these lies is coming back to find all of them out. Okay? Crazy that you would get up there to that podium and say that lie, and then here we are, and little stank, here we are, and you still not on the ticket. Crazy. She thinks rules do not apply to her. She definitely thinks that for some reason she's chosen. I don't know who she's chosen by, but tonight didn't say chosen to me at all. So all of her folks is out. Correct. Good evening. What a glorious night. Hey. Hey, Shanita, are you still in Vegas? Girl, you be safe out there. That was a grandmaster chess move versus a TV checker. Okay, you better tell the people, V. Scott. Listen, she was Alibaba. She was an Alibaba checker set. And they was a top tier handcrafted. That was handcrafted. Okay, that right there was sent from God. God did that. Okay, God did that. Was like shut down. Okay. Karen John said, me too. Started my day with YSL, ended it with Tiff. I got some hope again. I'm loving this. Yes, on her slate. Okay, won't be in the ballot yet. Yep. Well, she must have been playing makeup in the dark. I'm there with you, Marcus. Please exit the chat, like, share, and subscribe before you leave, because too much tonight. Okay? Illness not chosen. Hey, Wicked Wonder. Hey. Those goons tonight have lost their power and jobs. None of them are hireable anymore. Child, they have no existence without her. This is killing me. I want to know, what is Dot's going to do now? What's going to happen to KP? Because listen, KP, he finna be scooted and booted right on out of there. Okay, that's taking me out. Okay, it's taking me out. And KP shouldn't be over here no how. He should be over there at that pantry worrying about getting the exterminator out there for the mice. Playing with the people. Okay. Now, Trina had a question. Said Karen Hicks arrested while she had Karen history. Okay, so let me read the answer. She didn't have Karen Hicks arrested. And Riley Rogers had Valerie Stubbs arrested because he wanted to put a felony on her. Because he wanted to put a felony on, because she wanted to put a felony on him. She was on his ass and he knew it. There go your answer. Hot off the press. I told y'all. She didn't have Karen Hicks arrested. That didn't happen. I don't know where that came from, but it didn't happen. And Riley Rogers had Valerie Stubbs arrested. Now that did happen. And you can forward that if you want to. Valerie Stubbs arrested because she wanted to put a felony on him. And they, for the things that he was allegedly doing while he was in office. Dod's running for trustee in Riverdale. Dod's need to go and sit down somewhere. If Riverdale got any sense, I don't even know how he even got on the ballot. Is he running as an independent? Or he part of the circus party? What we doing? Dod's is running for a child. I don't know when y'all gonna stop entertaining that man out there in Riverdale. I know y'all got pressures and things going on out there in Riverdale, but you don't have to stoop that low. There's people out here. Go find y'all somebody and ask them to run. Get behind someone. Y'all encourage good people to start getting involved in government. Okay? Y'all go ahead out there. My mom's is getting on me. Y'all go out there and please hit that like button. Please share, if you will, the live. I hope Riverdale has been paying attention. I hope they have too. I mean, Riverdale has their own challenges. I know that they're having their own challenges with their mayor, but not as big, as in Dalton or Township or Harvey. But man, so let me bring up my video because y'all see these. I want y'all to see these people that agreed to come on my channel. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful that I live in Illinois and that I can drive whenever I can get away due to my schedule to go and travel to these cities. And I didn't stay live long. And I hate seeing myself on here. But less, because y'all, I had such an interesting conversation outside with Regina, and it was so refreshing. She is so nice and so pretty in person. Oh Lord.
I believe it was
She's a pretty
Napoleon
lady.
Harris has won the nomination.
I hate seeing myself. I think I talked to Vivian, was the first person that I talked to. Y'all,
YouTube TV is your ultimate
Y'all know,
game day companion this fall.
when you
Get
get
100 plus
monetized, all
live
of these
channels.
commercials. That was Vivian. Vivian was talking about how she felt in the room.
Napoleon got chosen, right? Yes. Right. Oh, yeah, the whole team, right? Yes. And who was on the team?
I forgot the name.
Yeah.
I'll find out.
It was so loud.
I know that's right.
But as
His
long
guard
as
is running?
I know that's
Find
right.
out.
So you guys heard it from Vivian. Napoleon Harris and his slate has gotten the nomination for to get on the ballot for
All right, big guy.
Township.
We'll talk.
So Tiffany Henry did not get in for the nomination. So I'm gonna go over here and see, can I just even say something to the man of the hour?
I wasn't able to talk to Napoleon, but I'm hoping to get.
We got all. Hey,
I'm glad to
Chris.
see this. I've got content.
Yes, I recognize you real quick. First I did it. For the second look, I did. Yeah.
Chris Gonzalez was in the building.
We got
Listen,
it.
all the people was outside throwing tantrums.
Yeah, I saw.
All right. Listen, so if you guys didn't get to watch that, go over and watch that. It's only 10 minutes. Go over there and watch that live. Tell me what the best part of the live was for you, and let me know what interview you want me to do first. What interview do you want me to do first? We're going to be doing it in the private community. After I do it in the private community live, it will be released for the public. So don't worry. It won't be forever in the private community. But I will be doing. And it was a huge turnout, Week of Wonder. There were 600 people inside, and I would bet you there was a good 100 people still outside. And who knows, in the cars, because a lot of people went and sat in their cars because, baby, the Hawk, and I ain't talking about the Atlanta Hawks basketball team. I'm talking about the Hawk was out. Okay? So that's what we on. So she shut down at the township Clean House 2025 for Dalton. What else do she need to be doing? She needs to be going somewhere and sit down. Talking about you gonna sue all these people and nothing is gonna happen in time for anything is crazy. And her crazy lawyer wasn't even with her today, so that's why she didn't know what she was doing. I mean, Max was there, but he wasn't there for her. He was there for him. How crazy is that? If that's supposed to be her personal lawyer, he wasn't even there for her. He was there campaigning for his own self. Crazy. They were still getting off the buses when I left. Child, they might as well had stayed on the buses. They shouldn't have came. I like seeing the relief from Gonzalez. He stepped up and fixed his error. I like being accountable, that part. And he is a beautiful person. He hugged me so tight. When I saw him, it was beautiful. He's a beautiful person. Really. Let's see. How do I join your channel to see the special episodes? I'm not good at YouTube. So if you go to, I'll show you on here. Wiki Wonder. You see that subscribe button? You should already be subscribed. But right beside it, if you click on it, that's a join button. That's how you join the channel as a member. And it's a monthly fee, but you can stop the fee at any time you want to. And there's like, for me, there's a level, I think it's $4.99, and then there's a $9.99. For both levels of membership, I will be making the private lives with the interviews available to you. So you'll be live in the interviews, and then the interviews will be released later in the month for everyone. I saw you on YouTube in the place. Hi, super producer and others. Nope, she was too busy for doing a personal interview, then picking them up. That's why she had a crowd and was like, Cheryl, let me tell you something, child. How are you going to be doing the same things that you claim the trustees at the township be doing? And look what you done. Look what happened to you. Look at what happened to you. That's what you get. That's what you get for talking about people. That's what you get for being ugly. That's what you get, little stank. That right there. This is what you get. You get checkmated. And then you're going to stand in a room full of people who don't like you and beg. That was crazy. That part was crazy. Gonzalez seemed genuine. He is a very genuine person, I could tell you. I can't wait for her next appearance. I hate to gloat from her demise, but hey, it's her own. That's her time. I pray for her daughter. She had her daughter out there in that cold. Y'all know that? She had her daughter out there in that cold. I know Early was looking at that screen like, I know you effing lying. I know you lying. Okay? But she did. She always that's her grandiose interest. She thinks everyone can wait on her. Yeah, and today, she effed around and found out. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Your time has come to an end. Okay? I wonder why she didn't file her proper paperwork on time. She did not file her paperwork because I told you. She thought that she was going to be able to stack the deck. Because she normally controls everything. It was stupid of her to think she could stack the deck against Napoleon. He is the commitment. He is over the Democratic Party out here in the Southland. So let me know how you thought you're not even controlling nothing. And this was not a township event. This was a Democratic caucus. Made that make sense? Y'all go over there and ask Lil Stank why she thought that she was going to be able to control it, and had all them people coming out, them seniors out late at night in this cold. They got their arthritis. And she got them out there in the cold, standing in the cold with their arthritis. Little Stank crazy. Then she gets in there and try to tell them what to do like she was in the town. Okay, she tried it. And guess what? She got ignored. What was funny to me was when Napoleon said, this meeting is adjourned. That took me out. Do you hear me? Took me out. Girl, new business, terminate Alderson, and he was in front of her. Girl, watching her squirm and cry and beg. Oh Lord, she must have been blood boiling and seeing red and all. And the singing full circle moment, it was beautiful. And it was a beautiful sight to see this community come together and show up. They showed up. Okay? Yeah, them seniors probably just get home, ain't ate nothing, and Napoleon had all that food in there for everybody. She didn't even get them there on time. Somebody need to go over there and tell them, stop going to Big Bingo. Stop going to Big Bingo because she straight used you. Look how she had you looking a fool out there in the cold in Homewood. You way away from home. That was crazy. You couldn't have never had my grandma out there. Girl, I would have came and whooped your tail. Okay? You're not finna have my grandma out there looking crazy. Looking crazy. And they was out there, well, I don't know what's going on. Why they not letting us in? Child, baby, it's over. Okay? She didn't do it. She said at 5 p.m., then bring them there at 7. I'm going to say this again. Event starts at 7. Why would you go at 7? I'm not going nowhere with Lil Stank because she ain't never on time. Them seniors should have known better. Oh, Napoleon saying you haven't been recognized. You are from the audience. So many moments. My mind is racing. Okay, listen. The only favorite moment for me, Judge Patty, was when he hit that gavel and said meeting adjourned, and she was still crying. That's my favorite moment. Come on, Sharon. Sharon was singing. Everybody was singing. That was so great. She needs to bring them the food, don't she? She need to ask Napoleon, because that's their supervisor. She need to ask Napoleon, can he send some pizzas over here for the seniors? Because like a dummy, she had them out there freezing in that cold with arthritis. They got diabetes and arthritis, and she didn't have them out there in the freezing cold. Ridiculous. Her pours freezing. Yeah, that little girl was freezing. It's freezing out there. When I tell you, oh my God, I am still warming up. I got on 3 shirts. I am still warming up. I don't like that she does registration at events. Why does she need that from the LED? First of all, she does that to capture your information so that she can send you them text messages that was going out today illegally, allegedly. Okay. Voice cracking and all. She didn't have her Fiji water. Child, she dry. She been dry. She don't even be drinking that water, you ask me. Baby, the choir was singing tonight. Yes, they was. And it was Sherry. To see Justice out there in that cold, that girl gonna have a terrible cold next week. It was freezing out there. Kamal held the baby not to go in with her. Well, you know, I don't know how that worked. I'm going to say this. She probably told Justice to stay outside until she figured out whatever was going on. You know what I'm saying? Because she wanted to make a grand entrance with everybody. They wanted to do like a Soul Train line. It didn't ever happen. And the meeting was adjourned. I'm gonna go to bed laughing at Napoleon. You know how she be hitting that gavel, trying to bring the residents back to order when somebody makes a good public comment, and she hit the gavel. Come on now, y'all gotta be in order. That's what Napoleon did to her. He said, "This meeting is adjourned," and she's still talking. Napoleon. Took me out. Okay? Took me out of there. Okay? That's the only moment that I'm going to remember. Okay? Did she hand Cleotis her purse or what, child? She checked her phone a lot. I thought she was stalling at first. No, she was checking her phone because Keith Price, William Moore, and Dots was outside calling and texting her, trying to find out when she was going to let them in. They was trying to go to all the side doors. There was like side doors that were being manned by the Homewood police, and they were only letting in like the media and stuff, and other EMS and the fire marshal and all of that into the building. They tried to go on the side. That man was like, nope. That thing took me out. And I'm gonna tell y'all, the reason I didn't film is because to me it's not that important. I don't want to have my camera all up in people's faces and, oh, I'm a YouTuber. No, it's not about that. And I just didn't feel like it was appropriate. People were out there speaking freely and saying what they wanted to say and felt they needed to say, and I wanted them to. And so I just come back and tell you about it. What time did they stop letting people in the caucus? 7 o'clock, 7:05, somewhere in there. When they had enough people filled in the building that the fire marshal told them that they couldn't put any more people. So that's when they stopped. And it was pretty soon because there was a lot of people there. She was way in front of him and the body was way behind her. It felt good for someone to tell her you're out of order. Child. Whew, Lord, that's going to go down in history. Black history at that. Child. Would someone please remove Tiffany Henry order? Or okay, I wish that's what would have been said. Because them Homewood police, listen, the Homewood Police Department was ready for Napoleon to tell them that. They were talking outside. And they was like, oh, let's go back in here in case Napoleon tell us to come in there and get her. And they went, and they went back inside. And that's why they was high-fiving after they came out. Because they was like, well, job well done. And they were like, yes, this is great for the people. And they were white cops. And I thought that was amazing. The nerve of her saying the meeting is illegal. You got people locked outside. What the hell? She didn't think her meeting was illegal when she be doing it. That's amazing to me, child. Somebody need to show her footage of her meetings with people locked outside and not able to get in the meeting. And KP's booty hanging. Child. KP actually had a good haircut today. He was looking like something today. I'm just telling you, he was. I can't knock him. He had on his church coat. He kind of was dressed like he was gonna do some business. But he got denied. Listen, y'all, the way I'm about to buy me a gavel off of Amazon is insane. I got to have one now. Okay? They know caucus rules. All were on board and promoting. She loses Ms. Yes. Listen, not only do they know caucus rules, the rules was posted. The Lansing Journal posted the caucus guide for 2025. All of the other places, newspapers and everything was posted too. Jerry, I'm not doing this with you. Does anyone remember what the caucus notice had down for the time? The time was at 7 p.m. But there was a press release sent out by Napoleon Harris earlier today. I think it was somewhere around noon or maybe this morning, that said there's planning to be a whole bunch of people here. The caucus starts at 7. The doors will open up at 6:30. So he sent out a press release. So there was nothing underhanded being done. He told you the doors was opening at 6:30. So if the doors open at 6:30, why would you come at 7? You should be standing in line at what time? At least by 6, at least 5:30 at the least. Child. I stopped at 7. I was probably the last couple of people that got in. Also, I saw you go in, K-Mac. Wow, just missed you. I'm so happy for her to see all the support for new leadership. Yes. So apparently she sent out a text telling people about the caucus yesterday to arrive at 5, but I guess most of her people still showed up late. Okay, that's your business. She got there and cut the line. She wasn't supposed to do that. The ICLS, a caucus state's first Wednesday in December meeting, she not start any sooner than 6 p.m. She should have been on time, period. I mean, they waited to the time that she normally gets there, and that's 7:00. Make it make sense. I don't know. Let's see. I was waiting to see if they was going to call her out of there. Boy, them police officers was ready for Napoleon to call them in there. I can't explain to you how happy they were outside waiting. They were like, every time somebody say something on the little radio, they was like, did he say it? Did he say come in? I was like, no, he didn't say it. They was like, and they was just standing there, but they was smiling. Those were some of the nicest officers I ever met. Don't forget to get your gold mic. Oh, I got a gold mic. Y'all want me to go get it? I got one. It's rose gold. Just use a meat pounder. Use a meat pounder? I got one of them too. Get that hoe. My brother said, you going to the meeting? You going to the caucus? I said, I'm going to try. He said, go in there and whoop that trick. I said, Sergeant Arms was ready to escort her out. They had to call him back. Listen, the way she was, I don't know why she was calling Thaddeus, and she know Thaddeus absolutely and positively do not like her. Don't know. I don't understand. And let me tell y'all, Thaddeus Jones, he was great. He had a lot of people outside for him, in support of him in this caucus. And he asked them to come, and there were a lot of his people outside too. And they were more so up by the front of the door. And so Tiffany and them were even more mad because most of her people ended up being, even further back. So that was so funny to me too. Out the office, she spent all the money on her and them ugly Brian. And tonight, I don't know why she loves pink, but she do. I mean, I don't know. At the end of the day, Sherry almost fainted in his chair. I thought I heard someone saying, officer, remove her. I don't know, but let me tell you, I'm telling y'all, I was outside with the police officers, in the little thing, and they were all outside. They were like, every time the radio would cue up, they were like, did he say come in? He said come get her? Can anybody hear? It's loud. Did you hear? Did he say come? I said he didn't say come. They was like, man. They was like, we ready though. We ready. I said okay. And then one of the white officers, he was outside. He was like, power to the people. I was like, I say what? He said power to the people. I said, you better go ahead with your bad self. Those was the best officers. Kind of off topic, but does the police force not hire from within for a new chief? There are certain qualifications that you have to be a chief. And I don't know, I'm sure that they would look internally if someone wished to put in for it, or, I think that more so chiefs are appointed by the mayors. So, and it just depends. I feel like you have to be qualified. There's qualifications and certifications and things and tests you have to pass. So as far as Dalton is concerned, a lot of them officers don't have that. Who said escort her out like she does? Somebody should have said it louder. They should have said, stop the meeting. Point of order. Point of order. I have some information. Yes, Ed Steve said that. He was like, security, take her out. Ed Steve was so funny. He was so funny. I was conversing with him a couple of chats whenever I was on live and stuff, and we were talking. But he's funny. I've talked to him a lot, and he is pretty funny. It looks like it was an entire army against one person. I wouldn't necessarily say an army. We don't want to seem hostile, because it really wasn't like a ruckus. People were tired and they wanted her to get out of the way and let business be done. but it was a community of people coming together and saying how tired they were. That if you're not going to listen to us, then we're not going to listen to you. And at this point, they didn't have to, because like I said, this was not a township meeting. This was not a Tiffany meeting. This was a Democratic caucus. She had no jurisdiction, no power, no nothing. And that's what you saw. I get a lot of encouragement from several mayors, elected officials. They all said this is the true beginning of the end for her. Exactly, as it should be. One group of good people, not an army. There you go. It was a community. I can't stress that enough. It actually was a community. These people lived all over the township, not just Dalton, not just Harvey, not just Riverdale, all over the township. Lansing, where else we going? Burnham. I mean, all over. There were people excited from every city that she was going to be gone, because this is going to be their opportunity to get some services back that they lost. The mental health service that they lost, that's a huge thing. A huge thing. So it's time to eat. That's right. That's right. What up, little mama? What it do? We up here celebrating and talking about the caucus. If you haven't seen the little live that I did before this one that I'm doing now, you can watch it on there. I did a few interviews with people, talked to some people, and that's that. What degree did she earn from Roberto? Not Roberto. Shanita, you need to go to bed immediately. Roberto Morris College. You know she was summa cum laude. Summa cum laude? Okay, girl. I can't wait to see her LinkedIn post. Girl, it's going to say ex everything. Ex former what? You can say ex former, but she going to have to say current home wrecker. That's going to be one thing she can be current. That'll be, what did they say when you put that on your resume? That's like your current position, home wrecker. I think that's the one. Summa cum laude. That's it. Summa cum laude. Cum laude. I got the clip. Oh my God. Y'all cracking me up tonight. But yeah, I'm just telling you, this is the end. I feel like for me, she should go ahead and resign in Dalton. After tonight, and you're not on the ballot for the primary or for the race, you need to go ahead and resign from Dalton, because your powers have already been shut down in Dalton anyway. And so you're just hanging on, just being irritating. She will fight this. Delgado and the governor's voicemail flooded with her voicemails. She definitely gonna flood Delgado. I ain't even gonna lie about that. She gonna flood him. The governor, he ain't taking her phone calls. He got enough problems on his hand. Brandon Johnson wearing him out. He got his voicemail full of Brandon Johnson. Kamal leaving after she lost the mayor position. The money will end. How y'all know Kamal's still there? Is there a question? Just a question. Just a question. Because listen, they tell me how you get them is how you lose them. Keep that in the forefront of your mind. Okay, X250. Okay. Shanita, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Yes, I'm going to check it out. I have family and friends in Dalton, Calumet City, and Lansing, Illinois. Thaddeus Jones did an excellent job playing his part tonight. Loved every minute of watching him do what he did. And Lil Stank, no, he don't like her. So it was funny to even see her begin to beg him. Thaddeus, this ain't right. Thaddeus, this ain't right. Y'all ain't right. That was crazy. It's late and time for bed, but so happy to see how tonight turned out for Thornton Township. Thank you. It is. I'm about to get off of here so y'all can go. Y'all got to go to work in the morning. Super producer punches her own clock. So I ain't got to go nowhere, but I do have to take my mom to the doctor. He's staying for the last 100,000 year. He shouldn't have had this year either. When the grant ran out, he was no longer supposed to be employed at the township. So I'm hoping that when Napoleon take that seat, we can make a public comment and ask Napoleon about that. How can we recoup this money from Lil Stank's boyfriend? Because he wasn't never supposed to continue to get a check in the beginning. Once the youth grant ran out, he ran out. He's supposed to have been ran out because he didn't get permission to be hired from the board. He came with the grant, and when the grant money left, he was supposed to leave. So that is a comment that needs to be made or asked of Napoleon Harris when he takes the seat. Okay, sure. Don't you put it past them, child. We done seen some YSL stuff. Okay, now. Someone local commented Kamal was at the rental on his own. Okay, girl. I'm just telling y'all. I asked y'all a question. I said how you get them is how you lose them, and how y'all know he's still with her. All right, I said what I said. You need to wipe off the corners of you. Well, thank you. But actually, what do you see? So actually, it's the light. Y'all be needing to go to bed so bad. Jeez. Can Tiff or Kamal be sued for loss of funds? I don't know. And I think that's something that should be asked. I really do. I think that is something that should be asked. And we should ask it. So, let me see. When she was outside, called him to come on. She called him. Did y'all see her riding DeMarcus Quigley's back into this SUV? Thank you, little mama. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it. Did y'all see her riding his back? That was crazy. And what was in that box that DeMarcus Quigley put on the top of the SUV, or he was putting into, I think it was those jackets. She had all of these jackets made. I want to find out if we can FOI to see if the township paid for those jackets, because they said I'm with Tiff on the back. Who made them? Who paid for them? Where they come from? Something we need to know. By the way, the glasses you had on was thank you. They my glasses. I need to put them on because I can barely see this screen. Who wore the jackets? All of her supporters that were outside. She gave them to all of the seniors that was on that bus. She had DeMarcus Quigley passing out those jackets to them. So Dots had one. I don't think they had one big enough for KP. But Dots had one, Quigley had one on, and then there was a lot of seniors that was still on the bus. They had one on. There were people that were standing outside that she gave to them to wear, so they had one on. So we'll see. I'm absolutely certain the taxpayers paid for those ugly ass shirts with the 5th grade bubble. Yeah, I think so. Township money again. I'm guessing because Lil Stank don't have no money. She had money. She gave herself, if you look at her campaign contributions, she gave herself $25,000. I think it was back in April or maybe sooner than that. But I checked and she doesn't have any contributions from anybody else or Dalton credit card. Guess who I spoke to in the parking lot? This is hilarious. When I was parking and I was coming in, I spoke to Robert Hunt. He came in. He was going in the same time I was. I don't think he made it in. Whenever he was going in, I said, "Hey, Robert Hunt." He was like, "Hey." That part I wish I had video. He was like, hey. I said, Robert, we going in this building or that building? He said, nah, we going right here. He said, but this building looks small. I said, oh, okay. KP had a quilt made for his. They didn't have a jacket big enough, so he didn't get a jacket. Probably taking them back. Yeah, they need to get their money back because they wasted their money, all of their money. And I'm sure it costs just as much as those hoodies and those t-shirts that she had made for the township. And I think they're like $50 a piece. Holmes pulled up the same time I did. I moved my car. He got in, I think. And didn't she have him on the slate as the highway commissioner? Now, how he going to be getting another check? Because y'all know that he's on the school board at the township, and that's a 6-year seat. Did y'all know that? That Andrew Holmes is on the school board for the township. That's a 6-year seat. Want to know, did y'all know that? Okay? Think about it. He would have been getting 3 checks. Dalton, school board at the township, and highway commissioner. Child. No, that's why he's so dedicated to her. Yep. I think the school board is not paid. I don't think the school board is paid, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I want to check that. Is the school board paid? They saying it's not paid, but you got to be getting something. But anyway, that's why he's so loyal to her. And it's probably because of that. Well, y'all, I have enjoyed my time. Do y'all have any questions for me? Any more questions? I'm going to look up this BP Capital thing. You see my notepad? This is my list, my to-do list. I gave y'all the answer about Valerie Stubbs. I told y'all. I'm going to say this again. She didn't have Karen Hicks arrested, and Riley Rogers had Valerie arrested because she was trying to put a felony on him for some of the things that he was doing at the township. In Dalton, allegedly, while he was mayor. Riley knew that he wanted to put a felony. He wanted to put a felony on Valerie so that she wouldn't be able to run. And so, let me see if I got any questions. Good night, Shanita. Thank you for tuning in. Did she have a better chance of winning the township supervisor position more than Dalton mayor position? I think she had a better chance of winning the supervisor seat, and that's why they did what they did tonight to make sure that she didn't have a chance at all to even get on the ballot. And I only think that she had a chance because, like I said, she's dedicated to that big bingo and those giveaways. And there was some diehard Tiffany fans out there in that crowd of people that couldn't get in, and they were mad. Just like that one man that I told y'all came storming in behind me and went straight to Napoleon while Napoleon was giving his news interviews, asking him why he was out there in the cold. There were a lot of seniors that were Tiffany fans, had no clue what she was doing, only knew that she did big bingo, and they liked it. If she had done so already, please, yes. She won't be mayor. No, she won't be mayor of Dalton either, Sherry. But if, for me, she probably had a better chance to sneak back in the township. And just to remind you all, she was not voted in at the township. She was appointed because Frank Zuccarelli passed away. So she was never voted in at the township. But if I say she was to have a chance, it would have been over there. Not in Dalton, no way. Yeah, Cheryl, which is crazy. Who was that talking crazy to Ed? I don't know who was talking crazy to Ed. Was it a woman? Marcus. I don't know who that was talking crazy to Ed. Okay, BP Capital. I'm writing it down on my paper. All right. Anything else y'all want to talk about? Y'all want me to find out about? I will. It was a man, LaTanya? It probably was that man I was telling you about that was mad outside. He was outside. I don't know his name. I actually have not seen him before. It was a guy and said that's why he has MS. What? Girl, people wild. There were some people saying some wild things out there, so I'm not even surprised. And most of these people, you can't give them any attention. Good info, Cheryl. He must get some kickbacks for voting favors for people. He looks like his kids would be adults. Why would he be on the school board? Okay? This is crazy because the superintendent is one of the highest paid in the country. Okay? You got to be getting something. I'm going to just say that. Ed said one of Tiff's fools told him that's why he has MS. Pissed me clean off angry. Child. You know you can't pay them people any mind. They'll say anything. And she had some real fools out there heckling. I'm just going to tell y'all. They was paid. They were paid emissaries. Because the things they were saying didn't make any sense. Dalton residents, yes, please vote. That's all you got to do. You see how the township showed up tonight? That's all you need to do. Show up. Show up at the polls and vote. Yes, I was trying to hurry up and get off work. I would have kicked. I wasn't even nowhere near. If I had been near, I would have been like, excuse me. Say what? Weird. People are weird. Okay. So we have BP Capital. I'm coming back with the BP Capital stuff. We're going to sort this out because some of the videos I've seen I don't like. I thought the other crook mayor from Harvey was running for supervisor at Thornton Township. He is, and he is running as an independent. He has a full slate. I want you to check on why I don't have a join link when I go to your channel page. I want to join the monthly club. Oh, okay. I'll try to see. If you're on a mobile device, some people who have an iPhone don't have access to it on a mobile device. You have to get on your laptop or desktop so that you can see the join. Try that, Wink and Wonder. We are good in Dalton. We got this. And y'all do. I was mad by that because my grandbaby has sickle cell MS, and sickle cell is bad disease. It's very bad. Very bad. They're very debilitating when they have flare-ups too. Winky, YouTube makes you watch a whole segment. Could she run as an independent? No, because she didn't collect the signatures that she needed to do so. Paris. She only can be written in. She will only be able to be considered as a write-in if somebody write her in. And who doing that? We don't even halfway take the time to read the ballot. Who writing her in? Nobody. Would you find out why Stan Brown and Andrew Holmes were not at the meeting? I sure will. All right, let's see. Okay, do that, Winky. Yes, you guys are welcome. I'm gonna try. I'll try to bring good content for you all. Yeah. Thank God is right. Oh, I'm on an iPad, so that must be why I'll get on the computer. Yes, get on the computer. I have to be a desktop. Also, they say she's not eligible for either independent and write-in. She needs to have a full slate. Well, from what I'm being told, she can be written in. But like I said, who doing it? Nobody. Chris Clark is running on the Reform Party. He doesn't have a full slate. He doesn't have a clerk, assessor, or a highway commissioner. Nope, he doesn't have those positions, but he can run because he's running as, an independent party, some outside entity, is what I was told. What up, Hollywood Herb? What's doing down in Alabama? You up late? What part of Alabama? Because I got people in Enterprise, Opelika. What we doing? Dothan. Where we going? Because that's where I'm at. They pulled the same thing on her as she did on. We've been talking about it all night. They pulled the hurt on her and she pissed. I don't understand it, but she is. Anywho, Mr. Clark better get his lean on me. Marcus, go to bed. Go to bed, okay? I'm releasing you from the live. Go to bed. How is Mary and Beverly able to run in Thornton? Beverly? Who is Beverly? Is Carmen still running? I'm so glad the tables turned against her tonight. We are tired of that crook as well. She's an embarrassment. Okay. So let's clear up a few things. How are they? Who is Beverly? Paris. Who is Beverly? Mary Avant, I know. You talking about Valerie? Okay, they're able to run in Thornton Township because they live in Thornton Township. They both live in Dalton. I like that. I got a cousin in Oakland, but I'm in North Huntsville. Hey, I got a cousin in Huntsville too, so I'll be in Huntsville. Love that. Huntsville is starting to get really built up. I love that for Huntsville too. All right. BP Capital and Andrew Holmes and Stan Brown, why they wasn't at the last meeting. We'll see. Allegedly, Andrew Holmes might not have been at the meeting because he got another job. He doing valet down at Rush in the city. So it would be, if he worked on the night of the meeting, it would have been hard for him to get from the city to Dalton in a timely fashion. So, but we'll see. I'm just gonna say that all confused, but ecstatic. You know what, Marcus? I said go to bed. That's what I said. Y'all, it's 12:14. I'm gonna release y'all. Y'all got to be to work in the morning. I'm not gonna try to keep y'all up any later. I got 2 items on my list that I got to take care of, and I will get back to you guys. Thank you to everybody that super chatted tonight. I appreciate it. It pushes the page and this platform forward, and I appreciate you. Paris, thank you for tuning in. Super producer, don't wish you nothing but blessings for your life. I'm on in the morning with Unpopular Opinion on Shawan Burns 2.0 on YouTube, and I'll see you that tune into me in the morning in a few hours. Okay? It definitely is. Y'all go back and watch the replay if you missed anything. Stubbs has a video out of an old meeting with BB Capital. I'm not confused about that deal. Susie, we will be getting more information about this. Okay? And I'll bring you back the unedited version. Okay? I don't know what time, and I don't know when. Oh, in the morning, I'm on in the mornings 9:30 CST time. No, 9:30 EST time, 8:30 CST time. So if you're in Illinois, I'm on at 8:30 in the morning. If you're on Eastern Standard Time, we're on at 9:30. Okay? Y'all, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, not too heavy over here on Valerie Stubbs. We gonna get to it. Don't worry. We're gonna look this stuff up. I'm gonna look this stuff up, and I'm gonna have an answer. Okay? Y'all have a good night. Don't let this weigh too heavy on you. Okay? We're gonna get it sorted out, and we're gonna talk about it. All right? Thank you, Sherry. Thank you for tuning in. Y'all go to bed. Y'all got work to do in the morning. Super producer, I'm gonna get up and do what I love in the morning again. And I'll see you guys later.
To be in the know, just come watch the show. To know what to do, just jump in the queue. It's all up to you. So what you gonna do? All in the queue, it's all up to you. all in the queue. It's check out the view, all in the queue.